Please take a seat. 리차드 휴이저, 토시아 무라마츠, 윤행조, 다브라바타 대시, 스카드 하딩. Please take a seat. Dr. Sungwan-Lee? Yeah, okay. Another panel, Dr. Yunheng-jo, Debabrata Dash, Scott Harding. Please take a seat, please. Okay. 야스미 이가라시, 후광인, 승훈라, 에런 왕, 유진 브라이언 우. Please take a seat. 네.
바로 사이드를 안 만들었습니다. 와요. 다 뺀다. 죄송합니다. 오케이.
안쪽이라서.
오케이.
지금 올리셨네.
갈 수 있다.
체가. 오케이. 카라벨 줘봐.
네, 나왔습니다.
확 들어볼까요? 가라면
조금만 더.
네, 붙었습니다.
뭘 붙어? 조금만 더. 오케이. 자, 여기서 앉아보자. 어디로 가면 될지.
좀 줄까요?
자, 나왔습니다.
앉아봐. 앉아. 자, 레프트.
랩츠.
아니, 뺐어.
레프트.
라이트야.
레프트 줘.
네.
자,
Dr. Sungwan-Lee, can you hear?
오케이.
Yeah, please. Let's talk about the opening remark of this CTO live session.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CTO Live demonstration this year in Seoul. I'm Dr. Lee from the Assam Medical Center, course director of CTO Live. It's my great honor to welcome you who attend our meeting and the TCTAP and CTO Live. Last several weeks, many interventional cardiologists decided not coming to Seoul due to escalating tension, North and South Korea. However, I really appreciate to give some special thanks to your attendance despite of such issue. In recent several years, we've experienced advance in innovative technique and device making, high success and low risk of complication. But I believe I agree that there are some remain doubt about the performance of CTO intervention. Therefore, the role of the CTO interventionists are getting more important. So we have a more active practice and discussion for advance in CTO PCI and the role of the CTO PCI. Today, we have the opportunity and responsibility to prepare future purchasing, both the risk and the reward in the CTO intervention. I truly hope this Congress become the most successful and beautiful festival than ever. I hope you all enjoy and you'll stay. Thank you very much. So I declare the start of our CTO Live demonstration. I start the first case of CTO Live demonstration. Dr. Lee?
Yes, please introduce your case and go ahead, please.
Okay. First of all, I introduce my man. In the right side is Dr. Lee from another Veterans Hospital, and Dr. Bach is another my man from another Ulsan National University professor. So we try to first engage the both side of the XB and AL1 short tip, and this is baseline angiography. You can see. 안 보이나?
저 밑에 보이는데.
Dr. Lee, you can see?
Yes, we are here with the Honorable Toshiya Muramachi and Richard R. Hughes and Dr. Igarashi also.
This is baseline angiography. And next, another projection.
케이스 브리핑.
So let me introduce the first angiography, and then we present the patient history. Dr. Ba.
I will introduce our case. A 57 years old gentleman was referred from other hospital for the evaluation of the coronary CT angiography. The CT angiography revealed the significant stenosis at proximal to middle LAD and CTO at proximal RCA. So several days ago, we fixed proximal middle LAD region, and today we will try the proximal RCA CTO intervention. Next. Risk factors, diabetes and current smoker. Next. Echocardiography showed RCA regional wall motion abnormality with the preserved LV dysfunction, preserved LV systolic function. So we will show the baseline, the angiography. 지금 다 있습니다.
This is baseline angiography in area of projection. And the next is another projection area, through area. Next projection, relatively good interventional collateral from the septal branch and some branch of the circumflex epicardial channel. You can see?
Yes.
여기 나왔다니까. 이게 RCA잖아. LAD.
So, Muramachi speaking. Good morning,
Yeah.
Dr. Lee.
Yeah.
This is the right coronary CTO mid portion, and with looks like a calcium.
Yeah.
And length of the CTO is not so long, but this part of the re-entry point is very narrow. So my impression is antegrade approach, getting the true room is not so easy. And you suggest some interventional collateral from the subseptal and the circumflex.
Yeah.
So I'd like ask the strategy for the discusser. Someone. Okay, go ahead.
So as you say, we've got a proximal RCA CTO with a blunt cap. The cap doesn't look to be ambiguous, but it is over 20 millimetres and diffuse disease after the distal cap. And really this speaks to a retrograde approach. There's no really great landing zone for ADR. There's a very short landing zone just before the bifurcation. The problem is the septals are jailed by the previous stent, and so that may complicate entry slightly, but hopefully won't be too much of a problem. The second large septal looks like it will have several options. So for me, this would be a retrograde case first, starting with the septal, and then, but I would do some antegrade preparation first before starting the retrograde attempt.
Dr. Ra?
Dr. Ra from Korean University. I feel the anterior approach, it's worth to try anterior. However, the major obstacles are coming from the abrupt side branch, unclear anterior stump, and calcification, and the distal stump is very narrow. High chance of the dissection continuation even with the parallel wire. So anterior approach may be something difficult. However, we may try with the different projection angio-guided anterior wiring, or IVUS real-time entry to the proximal stump. Or some attempt with anterior approach, if it's not successful, then we can directly go to the bidirectional with the retrograde approach. That will be feasible and more easier to do the expected success.
Heuser, I agree that this probably will end up to be retrograde, but I would actually go very quickly with the crosslock, which is a support catheter it's the first support catheter that centers the vessel. And particularly because a lot of these cases we use peripheral wires, really stiff, like 40-gram wires if necessary. And that allows me to be more likely to stay in the true lumen. However, if it doesn't work, obviously you're already set to go retrograde in a sort of a hybrid type situation. But I would go ahead and try that first.
Do you have some idea?
I think no doubt to perform retrograde approach. Because entry point is ambiguous and the distant target is very poor, and interventional collateral detected, so no doubt retrograde approach is better. However, problem is antegrade preparation is first or retrograde wiring is first. That is a small discussion, I think, necessary in this situation. Maybe I will start with retrograde first in this situation. Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Lee, please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, we already discussed about our strategy with my doctors, and we decided because of retrograde approach first because of initially we checked the IVUS, and we tried to find the IVUS 보이죠? IVUS로. 저쪽으로 변환. We assumed maybe entry point is around the branching point of however, you can see the true lumen proximal cap is located after branching. This point is the true proximal cap. Angiography is here, and okay, you can see this is angiographically ostial area after branching point. So maybe anterior approach is possible based on the IVUS guided. However, you can see there is so many collateral channel to get the retrograde approach. So, however, the septal branch is located in the stented segment. So we try to the retrograde approach first. This is a C-on wire, and based supported with the Cosec catheter.
Dr. Lee, I want to confirm which stent is implanted previously, the portion of LAD.
I like Giants.
Giants. Sometimes a thick struct stent is difficult to pass through stent struct. However, Giants is maybe possible to easily pass through.
So, Thank you for your comment. Initially, we advanced wire like this, usually going down.
Which kind of wire? Xion?
Xion.
Xion.
Yeah, I like Xion.
I agree.
And then we advanced wire easily.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Yeah, very lucky because there is no definite connection in angiography. However, this wire is easily going down. And then we check the location of the wire. Next, we try to advance the wire more. And next, we confirm the location of wire. Another projection. Next. Because Corsair did not cross the stance route.
Yes, yes.
So we put the 1.0 balloon up to 12 atmosphere. And then we try to advance Corsair like this. However, Corsair did not overcome this angle, even after the rotation. So we try to change with another catheter, Caravel. How about the option in this point?
I agree. Caravel is more low profile and more easy to pass through in this situation.
How about the fine cross?
Almost the same. However, tip is tapered, so Caravel is more better, I think.
So now we advance the Caravel.
Yeah, we've been very happy using the Caravel on this indication also.
Actually, in Korea, the Caravel and Tompak, any other device is now only Corsair. So once the Corsair is now working properly, then we may try the fine cross. Sometimes fine cross work. The last result will be maybe some gentle septal dilation. Then maybe we may push or using another new Corsair.
Wire.
Very nice.
Okay, Caravel is
Very nice.
very nice device. I'm first experience of Caravel.
However, not always, I think, because rotation is impossible. So, in this situation, I think after Corsair delivery, Caravel is very effective because of Buzzi effect.
You mean the
Already
Corsair make some space?
Yes, yes, exactly. If you use first choice for retrograde microcatheter, sometimes, often, Caravel catheter cannot advance, pass through the collateral channel. So I prefer Corsair catheter.
So at this point, we must need a wire escalation. Could you give me some comment?
Which kind of wire do you recommend?
There is some angle in the distal true lumen. You can see?
Because
좀만 더 해줄래?
actually there's a real CTO segment, so at least you have to do controlled wiring. So I would prefer starting from the 1.0 gram XTA.
Dr. Rab recommend XDA.
I wanted to make the more zoom to see the angulation of the distal true lumen. There is some angle. Okay, you can see?
I think an RAO view might help a bit.
Okay. 다시 좀 더 줄래? Not easy case.
Okay, can I see RL view?
Yeah. Now checking.
Thank you.
알아요? Yeah.
So you have a blunt distal cap, and so I don't think XDA is likely to penetrate that. So I'd probably start with something a little stiffer, like an Ultrabros Bros 3 or even a Pilot 200, and use this view because you can see which direction you need to go in.
So at this point, I wanted to advance more with the soft wire and beyond the tertiary segment. And then we try to CTO wire. How about?
I disagree with your idea.
Why?
If you plan a Libasca technique, this is a very good timing for antegrade preparation. If you try retrograde direct crossing, that strategy is necessary. But you are thinking about Libasca procedure. This is a very good timing to start antegrade preparation.
Thank you very much.
This microcatheter is a very good target for antegrade wiring. So my style is to switch to antegrade preparation in this situation.
Okay.
However,
Anyway.
one touch. Sometimes distal fibrous catheter is very soft. Sometimes, maybe this case is not so soft. But actually, retrograde guide wire chip is looks not so advanced inside of CT region. So I recommend to switch antegrade first.
RCA, please. I want to confirm the letter with the wire. 맞아? I think the looks wire is located in true lumen. So I want to prepare the integrated approach. 코스에 다시 하나 주세요. 짧은 거 하나 주세요. 코스에. The RCA guiding is not so strong support, a little bit unstable. So wire is inserted in the side branch first, and then we try to the anterior puncture.
What is the retrograde wire now? Shion?
Shion. Yeah, Shion.
Actually, you can push the retrograde catheter more deeply.
Yeah.
Maybe on the fluoroscopic calcification, we guess that strain line will align to the proximal stent area. So you can try the more wiring with the CTO wire. Then make it shorter distance, then you may try the bi-directional wiring.
Dr. Sungwon-ni, sorry. Dr. Asakura is ready to another room. How about the switch here quickly?
Thank you.
Very good timing.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think.
Another okay.
Dr. Sakura,
Yes.
morning. It's your own time.
Good morning.
It's your
Can you hear me?
own air. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Muramatsu speaking.
Please explain the case.
Yes. I would like to present today's second CTO case. The patient is 49 years old male, and he admitted for healthcare coronary CT abnormality. We checked the coronary angiography. It revealed significant stenosis of left main to proximal LAD and total occlusion of proximal RCA. And we put the stent left main to proximal LAD region. He is heavy smoker and he have hyperlipidemia. Next slide. And another, he have no family history of a cardiovascular disease. Next slide. And we checked echocardiogram. It revealed normal LV function and no regional wall motion of a normality. And the coronary angiography showed total occlusion of proximal RCA and grade 3 collateral flow from distal LAD to RCA. And we calculated syntax score. The score 29 point. Next slide. Yes. His current medication is beta blocker and calcium channel blocker and statin. Next slide, please. Yes. So Dr. Asakura is presenting today's procedure strategy and explain coronary angiography.
Okay, I will show you today's angio. This is aerial view. Proximal part of the RCA is totally occluded. And also distal RCA is occluded. This is aerial view. I'm not sure septal channel has some connection or not, but distal RV branch has direct connection. This is aerial caudal view. This circumflex has relatively big territory. Therefore, RCA is a little bit small. RCA perfused at just PD branch. This is our cranial view.
Distal septal is, looks like an intermissional collateral
Yes,
channel.
I agree. Looks promising. I agree.
This is not septal. RV branch. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see. And today, I started an antegrade approach. This guide catheter is 8 French and plus 1.
Dr. Sakura, I have one question to you. I'm Igarashi is speaking. RCA osteum is diseased. Looks very dangerous. Risk of osteal dissection. Maybe I put a stent to the osteum, more stable procedure, I think. How about that idea?
I sometimes do the stenting in such kind of case. But today,
Not necessary.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And the first fire is XTR with Corsair. But XTR could not penetrate the proximal cap. And this is the Gaia second. As you can see, this RCA has bending. Opposite segment has strong tortuosity.
Dr. Sakura, do you have a CT information, CT angio?
Did you take CT?
Ultra CT? No? You didn't check CT. Because it looks like a very heavy calcium.
Yes.
VR image is not so useful. MPR is more better, I think.
Yes. Do you have an MVR image? Okay.
This is under view.
So now, guide wire in the calcium looks like into the calcium.
Calcium distribution is not unclear. Is unclear. However, anyway, massive calcium is occupied around CTO entry point.
Especially for the proximal parts, right?
So looks not so easy to get only integrated manner. This view is more better.
Okay, so the Gaia is into the subintimal now?
Yeah. So I created the second curve at the tip of the Gaia second.
Dr. Asakawa, I have
Yes?
another question to you. This CTO proximal part is very short, so
Yes.
I think you try integrate. However, distal part is also very diseased. So
Yes.
in this case, I think distal zephyr looks very promising. So in this situation, already integrated guide wire advanced into the subintimal space. So I feel very good timing to switch retrograde approach.
Just a moment, please.
Yes, yes. My opinion, yeah.
Gaia second gradually advance into the occlusive segment. Of course, we checked angio from various angles. In this area view, wire position seems to be okay. And this is LL view. It looks good.
So the difficulty in this case is, even though you have a very short CTO, you've got heavy calcification and acute angulation. It's going to make parallel wiring very difficult. You've got a very good retrograde option. It's a CC2 collateral without a huge amount of tortuosity. So I would certainly, if it was me, switch to retrograde at this point and look at doing reverse cart.
I operated the Gaia second very, very gently. And tip of the wire is in the two lumen. Here is the island. So we can negotiate the first CTO segment. And then I advance Corsia catheter. And this, I changed the wire from Gaia second to the XTR. So it's a step down. And now I'm operating the XTR.
How about the indication of the crossbars?
Yeah. The biggest thing about the crossboss, it makes the case usually go a little bit more quickly, but this is working fine. It allows you to use a pretty stiff wire, but you're getting good passage with your Corsair right now.
I'd like to do the anti-grid approach a little more. But if this wire doesn't work,
Is this
I'll move to
XDR or XDA?
XDR,
Ah,
because we can see some channel in this part. Gaia?
yes.
Gaia second?
Yes.
If you try channel tracking again, one option is escalate to XDA.
XDA.
Yes. How about that idea?
From XDR?
Yes. Because he's trying. He believes still the microchannel is remaining at this plot.
I agree also. I would prefer the XTA, Dr. Ra from Korean University, Dr. Asakura. And if it's not going smoothly, it's time to do the bidirectional from the retraining together. Our purpose to confine the CTO segment isolation, not the extension of the entry dissection, far distal RCA.
Usually in this situation, guide wire tape is not a little bit different from a distal true lumen. However, maybe he thinks still guide wire position is inside of a plaque, so he is planning to try by using XDR guide wire.
So this is XDA?
Yes. I will follow your recommendation. Left side?
Yes.
So Dr. Ra, why do you like XDA
this
compared
kind
to the XDR?
Yeah, XTR, at least for my intentional wiring, actually XTR is uncontrollable. But the XTA 1.0 that can, at least some portion, I can do intentional wiring to my wanted direction. That is the number one. And this second one is this is very highly angulated bending portion with the fluoroscope eccentric calcium. So at least we need to control, otherwise make continuous dissection. Another good way is to change the Corsair to the double lumen catheter. If he brought the Sasake or anything, then we can leave it the first wire in the first lumen, then negotiate another more controllable wire to the intraluminous side.
If you look at the way that distal wire tip's now behaving, it looks like it's now in a subintimal space rather than the interval space.
Yeah.
So leave it in the first lumen, then the really CT wiring with another wire by parallel technique will be more naturally if we have to stick to the interior approach. But I feel that to make it short, it's better to do the retroid together.
So any other opinions? What is the next step?
my opinion is previously already said. Retrograde approach.
Retrograde?
Because this target is very poor, so antegrade approach looks very difficult. Of course, Dr. Asakura agrees, looks very difficult. So he tried by channel tracking by using very floppy tapered guide wires, I think.
So another option is escalation, wire escalation, and parallel wire techniques.
To try parallel wire technique, this target is too poor, I think. Of course, no option of retrograde approach, no intervention collaterals. We must continue antegrade approach. However, maybe I think distal zephyr branches looks promising. Probably I will switch to retrograde approach in this situation.
How about Dr. Hauser? How about your opinion?
Corsair, long Corsair.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you're getting some progress with going antegrade, but I probably would go to a stiffer wire and wouldn't be so worried about being pretty aggressive with it.
So you start retrograde, Dr. Sakura?
Yes. It's time to do the retrograde approach.
Mid to distal zephyr branch is promising, Dr. Sakura? Do you think so? You did not agree.
I will check.
The septal branch is the branch, two branches.
Yes, separated.
And lower one and upper one. Which is the better? Lower one? I forget.
In this situation, in this case? you mean?
So this case. Please let me
I'm
show
not
the collateral image. Dr. Sakura.
Maybe areocranial? Yeah, yes.
Yes. So the two branches, right? Or upper one and lower one.
Lower looks better.
Lower better.
However, isolation is necessary to identify more clear connection. But my concern is mid portion of the branch is spot enhancement. That position is tangent direction and sometimes so angulated.
Yes.
Contrast.
Which one is the target for you?
Once more, please.
Test.
Yes. This, please. Last one, please. This.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you need to get in the higher branch.
Just.
Change. Yeah. Relax, change.
Please remove the wire.
Yeah. What you?
Do you have a saw?
So, another wire.
You look at that. You look at that branch. You wonder, is it robust enough to take a wire? Hopefully, it will be, but
So-
you'll just
so
have to
sorry.
find out.
Okay, just
Yeah.
a minute.
It is very important to change our coda view because lower part of the channel is a very appropriate angulation in the area of coda.
Yes, I agree. Dr. Asakura, do you prepare SO03
Yes.
from Japan?
Yes.
403, no 403 X2 in Korea. Only we can use the Xeon Blue or XTR for the retrograde. How about the wizard? Compared to 403?
Big difference is the tapered one. So risk of perforation. So
403
.014 kind of wire is more better.
But sometimes saw is too floppy. If you want to cross the very tortuous one, the saw 03 very too floppy, could not overcome the angulation. At that time, the Sion is more supportive. But this type of the channel, the saw 03 is a very, very good indication.
Congratulations.
Very, very good picture.
Floor safe.
Yeah, closing.
say? Yes. Okay, XDR.
And what kind of wire you use now?
This is XDR.
You started XDR from the retrograde channel tracking. Dr. Igarashi, how about you? What kind of wire you started retrograde channel track, retrograde CTO tracking?
Okay, this position is from original control view. Microchannel is open, so I agree to use XDR.
XDR, not XDA.
XDR. I distinguish XDA and XDR. If microchannel or visible channel is detected angiographically, such a situation, I select XDR, and no visible channel. First choice guide wire is XDA. But I'm not sure makes sense or not. I'm not sure.
Actually, this kind of CASPAD with retrograde knuckle wire with the retrograde preparation with the reverse cut will work nicely in this kind of case.
Yes, in some long CTO region, the SDR knuckle wire is very safe and very good method. However, I think in this case, Dr. Sakura's knuckle shape is not intentional.
By chance.
Yeah, accidental. Accidental.
By chance.
No. This is in the side branch.
Side branch. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will do the anti-bleed preparation from now.
Anti-bleed guide wire position is almost overlapping.
25mm balloon?
So reverse cut looks very promising. Yes.
20.
So in this situation, Dr. Igarashi, you put in the IBUS first or put in the small balloon?
Okay. To deliver IBUS catheter, at least 2.0 balloon is necessary. However, IBUS system is not always available, especially in foreign countries. In such a situation, I skip IBUS observation. And I think antegrade guide wire and retrograde guide wire is almost overlapped from multi-angle projection. Usually, I think we can skip IBUS examination.
Yeah.
Do you have Ikazuchi?
Yeah, we have Ikazuchi.
Yes, yes. I remove anti-corsair, and now I advance 1.5 millimeter balloon.
So what is the reason for your choice of 1.5?
Down.
1.5 millimeter.
What size of the balloon do you use in this station?
Depend on the position of reverse cut. How does which position do you planning to try a reverse cut technique? This sort of knuckle shape position.
Actually, we want to see
Okay,
different
that
projections.
position. Yeah.
Different angle, maybe we can see this is really close, and we can get it by the small balloon or the larger balloon or IVUS.
Okay, up again.
I think generally, big size balloon is more better for reverse cut technique because the target is very big,
Right.
more easy. However, problem is sometimes integrated dissection progress more distal if we select bigger size balloon. So generally, a 2.5 balloon is most widely selected size, I think. 2.5. If integrated and retrograde guide wire position is very poor, to identify the reason why reverse cut is very long, IBUS examination is very useful. But this case is maybe IBUS examination is not necessary, I think.
Dr. Sakura, you have a confidence the anti-weight wire, retrograde wire is the same lumen?
No.
And the next, you size up
But I
balloon.
think both wire is in the intima.
In the intima, you mean the same lumen, right?
Yeah, yes. Not sub intima. Okay, 10.
10.
Okay,
Two-
guide
two-
second.
2.5?
2.5.
Yeah, yes. Integrated guide wire is Gaia?
No, XTA.
XTA.
Gaia could not advance anymore.
Which wire are you using for retrograde puncture?
He commented Gaia second.
Yes. Just a moment. Okay, done. Okay, but not 15.
15.
Down.
Touching.
Maybe inside.
Okay, 15.
15.
Maybe congratulations.
Down. $15.
15.
Down. Proceed. 15.
15.
Touch.
Down. 15.
15.
Down. 15. Down. $15.
15.
Down. Okay, 15.
15.
It looks, yeah. So now it takes a little more time than the Dr. Riswan's room is ready for the retro wire crossing. So during his attempt to Dr. Akar's attempt, we will move to another room again.
15.
Can you change it? Yeah, to the Dr. Riswan's room. Okay.
Okay, go, 10.
Dr. Lee,
Okay. 10,
you are on air now.
deeply. Just a moment.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, deeply. Okay.
Show us from your previous image.
오케이.
네.
자, 첫 번째 이미지 줄래?
네.
아까 그 한거
첫 번째. 이미지 돌려주세요. 셉탈 들어가고 나서부터.
Fortunately, we crossed the region.
여기.
Anterior approach was done. Next.
넥스트.
다음
저쪽으로.
2.0.
더. 여기다. 마지막 거.
Okay. Next. Okay. Next.
이게 그거죠?
Yeah, this is carnival. Next. This next. After you move to the room number 1, we try to the next. Fill the XT next. Because of relatively short region, so I wanted to make the direct crossing. However, XT does not work. The wire is located in the pulse lumen, so we check the IBUS to confirm the location of the electrical wire. Could you show? You can see the wire is the 11 o'clock.
Let me see the IBUS.
Yeah, could you show? You can see. Okay, you can see the 11 o'clock wire. So this point is, you can see angiography. This point is entry point. So I try to next integrate the wire under guidance of the Corsair. However, there is some angulation, so we do not achieve the exactly the alignment. So we change with the double lumen catheter. Next. 이건가요? 예. 그전 거. Okay. We use the integrated wire is Gaia 2. However, Gaia 2 also did not engage exactly the proximal cap portion. I was finding it looks soft. However, I cannot advance the wire. So we changed the lateral wire. Next. Gaia 2 wire was used. So we try to meet the proximal and lateral wire. Fortunately, based on the proximal wire, this point is we advance the wire, like this. And next, Gaia wire is advanced to the control arterial guiding. Next. And then we pushing the caliber. And then we change next. We dilate 1.0 balloon. And then now we try 2.5 balloon. Is there a comment? So relatively short lesion, I think the direct crossing is sometimes work. Okay, go.
Congratulations for nice your performance. However, only one concern of this procedure is sometimes proximal entry point side branch high risk high risk.
Yeah.
So it's important to use IVUS guidance. If you have a side branch there, you might as well put an IVUS to look at how the retrograde wire crosses so that you don't damage the side branch.
Okay.
Dr. Lee, you intentionally pulled back the microcatheter, retroid microcatheter. I'd like to emphasize that retroid microcatheter should be protected, all the septal area during the balloon angioplasty and stenting. And once after finished the recanalization, when you pull back the wire, the cheesecake-like phenomenon can happen. So retroid microcatheter should protect all the septal root. You should push.
Okay.
That it looks risky now.
Just a moment. Gotcha. This is 2.5 balloon, just a moment. We now try to the balloon dilatation. Okay, go.
And I want to point out about lateral microcatheter chip position. Lateral grade microcatheter chip position is maybe LAD, main vessel.
Yeah. No. Septal branch.
Septal branch. However, I recommend to cover more distal. Sometimes you must pull guide wire and induce injury of child.
Yeah.
For the beginner, for the retroid approach, the microcatheter keeping is very important during the entire retroid approach.
Okay.
Yes, more safe.
So now check angiography.
I see.
Slowly.
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice.
So now check IVUS and then we decide the stenting plan. Maybe side branch is okay.
Congratulations.
Very lucky.
That's,
How would you do the distal RCA?
After IVUS, we decide. Because of the landing zone is maybe just proximal to bifurcation. So I hope. Because RC guiding is a little bit unstable. So now check IVUS. 저 갖다 좀 빼야 될지 모르겠다. Okay. A little bit. 잘했어. 거의 다 잘했어. Okay. Okay.
Dr. Muramas,
Okay.
how to handle the discharge?
Okay, 가요.
Leave it or depends on balloon response?
Standing.
Stenting. Usually the far distal, I'm trying the low pressure balloon, less than 6 atmosphere, and once the balloon response is very favorable, there is a predominantly negative remodeling, and
Okay.
just to leave it, not stenting.
Yeah.
No restenosis in the future.
Yeah, in the future it will dilate more nicely. However, the low pressure 4 to 6 mm is not dilating. It means that it's a significant plaque burden that region has. So we have to do more higher pressure, and at the point we need the stenting.
Yeah. How about the DB, the drug-eating balloon?
It depends on the balloon response.
So diffuse long region, some calcification, however, there is no limitation to expand the stent. Based on our data, FMJ target region failure is around the 5 year, 16, will be published maybe 2 months later in JAG intervention. So acceptable. However, if the distal true lumen is the relatively narrowed and the red tail-like the appearance, may be predictive of the future cardiac event. So I wanted to check little the distal target. It's very important, and you try to improve the flow with the nitroglycerin, any kind of drug. Yeah, relatively big RCA. This is the true lumen. Yeah, maybe this is total segment. Pulse? True. Our team is insist true. This point is true. A little bit small mistake. Anyway, the long stenting in subintimal space is maybe block the side branch, and some reports show that the predictable stenosis is higher. However, if the a little bit relatively short segment of subintimal stenting, no problem.
I agree. Not necessary to restrict to the lumen.
Some data show that if you try to intimal direct wiring, 13% exists wire in subintimal space. Okay. So I want to try to put the stent because of very long segment of the inflow, outflow disease, and relatively short segment of CTO. So stent length is depend on the inflow, outflow, atherosclerotic burden, not CTO length. Okay, getting better.
저 PD 앞에 볼록 거기가 인후루멘이 3.3이고요.
Okay,
거기서부터
3.25 주세요.
3.25, 33.
So distal to lumen size is 2.5, 3.3. So I wanted to put the 3.25 giant stent. Any recommendation? 아무도 없대. This case is not difficult case. However, there is some point to keep in mind. This patient checked angiography 4 months ago. At that time, there is no definite collateral channel, interventional collateral channel. However, after 4 months later, we can see exactly the connection, the septal channel. So I think there may be some kind of the exercise or medication may improve the collateral function. So aid your electrode approach. Test please. 안 된다. 잠깐만 다시. 자, 들어갈게.
잠시만. 이거 갈아주세요. 타임 바꿔야 돼요.
다 끝나갑니다. 선생님, 조금만 참으세요. CTO intervention is always have some tension because of the relatively high risk of complication. So we keep in mind the ACT and hemodynamic measure, monitoring and the patient status, you already check. Okay?
Still, I don't like distal C.
Okay. 가지?
Okay.
So because giant stent is located just landmark between landmark with the portion. Okay? So this position is, I think, relatively good. 얼마까지 갔어? 14. 14.
Actually, becoming metal jacket in our multi-center Korean CTO registry phase 1, we found that IVIS guided group in registry. Usually, the stent length is becoming longer than the angio guided. It means that it looks more ugly in IVIS. So physicians tend to implant longer stent.
Test, please.
So that makes the higher TLR.
맞지?
So, but angio guided better outcome.
잠깐만, 앉아.
In terms of the TLR.
오케이, 30분 되겠지?
Actually, this kind of I have done spot stenting distal say if needed, and with distal stenting. How about your opinion?
The proximal lumen 얼마인가요? Okay, the proximal reference lumen is 3.5 around, so I wanted to put the 3.5 stent.
I agree with what you're saying. I think the most important thing is your MLA. You know, well, your MLA at the end of the case is what really predicts restenosis, far more than stent length. So, for me, the most important thing is to try and go from a relatively normal segment vessel to a relatively normal segment vessel, not to undersize your stent and land in disease to get a shorter segment. So, I certainly would favour this sort of approach, completely covering the disease, maximising the stent size based on the IVIS as has been done here, because that's what's going to minimise TLR rather than saving a few millimetres of your drug-eluting stent length.
Actually, when you have the enough gap in secondary DES era, there's no data compared to spot stenting versus entire overlapping stenting. So in Korea, including myself, we are doing some randomized study. So we'll look at the result.
오케이, 가.
12, 14.
천천히. 오케이. One more time. nominal. 천천히. Slowly inflation. Slowly. Okay. 10. Okay. 얼마? 14. And one more time. 14. Slowly. To prevent the perforation. Okay, deeper. So I want to put the balloon a little bit lower.
A little more insertion, the retroid microcatheter.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So advanced. Stem balloon is not so good. Okay, go. Nominal. 14. Okay. Deplete. Okay. So I want to check the IVUS again, and then we decide the additional high pressure balloon dilatation. Recently, some data showed the BVS in CTO. How about the use of BVS in the CTO? 아무 생각이 없는데?
너무 어려운 걸 보시면.
AIDA trial and observed 2-year data showed disappointing result in scaffold thrombosis. So I think the complex region must be cautious when you put the BVS. 다 자나? proximal? Okay. How about? Looks good? Okay. I want to pushing the IVUS a little bit more and remove the microcatheter. Okay. 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 So now on, you can see the distal landing zone. Yeah.
After
Landing
looking
zone
at
is looks good.
IVUS, Dr. Please show the last final angiography. Then we will move to another room.
Okay. So I wanted to pulling the IVUS with the manual and then checking the IVUS and final angiography.
Yeah, 8 minutes left. So
Okay.
hurry up, please.
Okay. So final angiography, please. 라이트를 좀 줄까? 조금만 천천히. 급할수록 천천히. 천천히. Okay. So now checking the final. Okay, 간다. Go. Okay.
Very good.
Excellent.
Let's go. Okay. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Dr. Asakura, we are in your room. Please show us with the previous
I
image.
will show you the IVUS. IVUS, please. The last one.
Live time, 7 minutes left. So, would you please show the previous progress or anything?
Can you see the IVUS? Retrograde wire is in the two lumen at the distal, but as the mid part, the wire went into the plug. So I dilated with 3.5 millimeter balloon.
Are you using Dorto cassetta? Which one?
Yes.
The Guidezilla or the Heart Rate?
Guidezilla.
Guidezilla?
Yes. But why?
Okay, in this situation, I have one question to Dr. Sakura. Retrograde microcatheter course chip position is true lumen or intraplaque, subintima?
True.
True. What kind of wire is this? Gaia?
This is Gaia.
If so, I strongly recommend to change to floppy guide wire.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, CM black or such a kind of wire is.
Actually, overcoming the angle with the Sion or the soft wire will be better
Yes,
to
yes.
negotiate.
He successfully passed through CTO region. However, Gaia second is too steep. So, at the proximal part, guide wire advanced to the subintimal space again. CM black? What guide wire is this?
Which wire?
I'm not sure.
Sion blue.
CM blue.
Dr. Asakura, anti-grade guide wire tip in the tool.
Yes.
You can,
Sure, Cybers, previous one.
if anti-grade wire in the tool, you can go advanced anti-grade wire.
I think in this situation, so we have so many options. One is a standard reverse cut, and another one is this type of extension guiding catheter system. Most simple way is change letter guide wire, more floppy and slippery one. In this situation, I think more shaped CM block is, I think, best choice.
And sometimes moving the guideline in position may allow you to get a better angle. The antegrade wire seems to have progressed quite a long way down the vessel.
What size balloon are you using?
3.0, 3.5?
I guess 3.5.
3.5.
15.
Asakura, 3.0 balloon?
3.5.
3.5.
Yes.
His voice looks very small. Yeah, volume. Dr. Asakura, live time is almost
Okay.
finishing. So, would you tell us your plan if you fail by this making crack with the bigger
The first
balloon?
step is ballooning, and then I may move to the stent reverse cut. Okay, pre-record.
Maybe
Okay, we can
continue by the
see.
IBIS guided retread wiring. So now I think that we have to finish and change it to next 10 a.m. session, the lecture session. And next session will be chaired by Dr. Igorashi and Dr. Osuji. And please guide next session. Dr. Asakura, we have to finish the session. Thank you for your devotion and good luck to your rest of procedure. We would like to close this session. Okay.